Yo, what's happening? Yo, this morning I want to talk about how to spiritually love yourself so that you can love others. Now, nobody said the love was easy, right? But it's worth it. It's worth it to love yourself, and it's worth it to love others. It's worth it to love yourself so that you can love others. I don't know if you'll ever hear it explained like this, but I believe to love yourself is to find your own individual center, right? We like to confuse love with the giving of gifts or the entertainment of emotions. That's not love. That might make somebody like you, but it's not love. But I won't go into, I'm going to say I can't go into what love is for an individual unless you find your center. Everybody's love is different. But once you find out who you are, your love will begin to manifest in itself. And that love that shines from you will love others. Others will come to appreciate it. So, in order to love yourself, you gotta be able to find your center, right? And I hear a certain type of people say, "Yo, I love myself. I love myself." But in that love, it ends up looking like hatred for everybody else. What I mean is, they love themselves, but they're nasty to everybody else, and they call that love. I personally, teach their own in that aspect. We won't get far like that, but teach their own. I personally can't call that love. So, how do you begin to love yourself? Well, first off, it's a process. And when you do start this process, don't expect for anything. Oh, bro, is this bus stopping? What the heck is it stopping like for real? Wow, this mud just stopped in the road like straight up. That's dangerous. Alright, so don't expect that when you first start, don't expect everything to go the way don't have expectations. You gotta, and what I'm gonna tell you is gonna teach you it's gonna teach you to moderate your expectations. Because sometimes our expectations can get in the way. But if you're not used to giving time to yourself, first thing you got to do is take time to yourself. All right, and I'm not even talking about finding a source of entertainment for yourself. I'm talking about taking time to yourself so you can find your center. So you find a nice place on the couch, even a nice place on the bed, right, where you're not falling asleep. It's meditation. Sit there for 15 minutes, right? Don't concentrate on any material thing on this planet. You're going to concentrate on the life force. You're going to concentrate on your breath, right? And what that's going to do is it's going to help to kind of block out the thoughts that are going to come in. But as these thoughts come in, you don't try to block them out. Don't try to push them out, but kind of let them flow like a river. So for about between 5 and 15 minutes, right? So between 5 and 15 minutes, You're gonna take time for yourself. Go in an area where you have a few distractions, right? Because today it's hard to find an area where there aren't many distractions. Find an area where there are a few distractions, and you're gonna just sit. However, right? You can't find a comfortable pose or whatever the case may be. Just sit. You know, the idea is to lower the stimulation of your senses. So while you're doing this, you're gonna be in a low reception state, right, for the world, right? So the goal is to kind of not block out the world, but block out the world. So you're gonna sit there, you're gonna take this time to yourself. And there's some other exercises that I'm gonna talk about. I'm doing part 2 to this video. But this being the part 1, I won't go into what's gonna come next. But it's gonna be a process, right? And you're not gonna need too much help from anybody else to complete these steps. But in order to be an effective part of life, right, of humanity, not society, but of humanity, in order to be an effective part of humanity, you got to find your center, or you'll become someone else's tool. You'll become someone else's slave. Of course, we got to work, for other people, but how conscious are we of the things that we're doing? Right? This is gonna bring your awareness level up. This is gonna increase your awareness level and increase your understanding. So yeah, 5 to 15 minutes a day. And when you first start, it's gonna feel weird. It's not gonna feel like anything's happening for you. It's gonna be boring as heck, But believe it or not, later on throughout the day, or maybe the next few days, you're gonna be receiving answers that you never knew you had. You're gonna be receiving thoughts that you never knew you knew. But it's not you, it's you channeling the energy of the Most High God through yourself, finding your center. Because that spirit is gonna mix with your mind, and your character is gonna manifest. Only if you want it. Only if you want to walk through the door. Right? Only if you want to walk through this door. I don't recommend praying to anything. I don't recommend building an idol to worship and to put your energy into. You're giving and receiving information directly from the source. So you don't want to have an idol or an image in your mind. Just focus on the breath. Focus on your breath. Focus on your life force. All right, 5 to 15 minutes to start off, as many times as you can. All right, as many times as you can. Like I said, first when you start, because if you're not used to it, your body is gonna go through what I call a reversal stage. So anything, it's like an object in motion. Once something's in motion, it has to first slow down before it starts going the other direction. Decline. Alright. I hope I'm hoping I'm making this clear. I'm trying to articulate as best as I can. But it's pretty easy, and it's worth it. It's just all about your position and what you want to achieve, So yeah, so this is how this is the first step of loving yourself, so that you can properly love others. Too much stimulation, man. The world is we're too stimulated today. All right, we're too stimulated today. We're too set on achievements that somebody else creates, right? Everything is fast paced, or what they say, microwavable. We want everything instantaneous. It's gonna slow your mind down. It's gonna slow that down. It's like nowadays they even create what they call content to make sure you can focus on it, because we can't focus on long videos anymore. Now we focus on short 5-minute videos, because our attention span is decreasing. To me, that says we're not getting smarter. I'll say it like that. Technology is getting smarter. Technology is increasing, and our human intellect is on a decline. We're more emotional. We're more impulsive, right? We're more triggered by those impulses. And what this does, like I said, it'll help you bring you back to your center, right? Because most of us today are trying to find God, right? Or we're trying to find God outside of us, but God is internal, right? So essentially, we're running from God. God is within us, right? And God is good all the time, and all the time God is good. But it's up to us to receive that gift from God, right? This is how you receive that gift: loving yourself. So yeah, I'm gonna stop it right there. I'm gonna do it part 2. Part 2 is gonna include I'm gonna save it for part 2. All right, part 2 of loving yourself. All right, that's all I got for now. I wish my viewers a lot of peace, love, and elevation.